Welcome, James Mann back with another Flat Earth Truth video. Today I want to share the mindset of most globe believers who frequent Flat Earth channels, making silly claims based on their belief in the globe model, and not based on any personal research in the real world. Here is an example of what globe believers are willing to show as their personal globe proof. This overly hazy photo is from a globe believer calling himself some jacker. By the way, jacker, believer means you believe by faith, which has nothing to do with researching to prove what you currently believe by faith. I guess this globe faith believer was too busy being a globe faith believer to take the time to clean his image up, and maybe even make a video explaining how this is globe proof. Globe believers like some jacker don't need proof, they have faith they were not lied to in public school like the rest of us were. Instead, he shows this hazy image as his globe proof, and told me I would have to play with Photoshop to see it. I was wondering, if he already played with it in Photoshop, to know it's globe proof, why didn't he include the cleaned up image? This same globe genius visited the first video I made with my new Nikon P900 camera, back in March 2019. Alright, you have seen the personal globe proof from some jacker, now let me show you my personal research some jacker claims is globe proof. I am at Dennis Beach, New Brunswick, with a 5.5-foot eye level, looking 28 miles to an island named Alot. Alot is French, meaning tall or high island. Note, I am taking the time to give you details about my observations. This one photo debunks anything some jacker has to say about his hazy photo. As a truther and researcher, I don't make claims, I choose to research and provide the facts. My goal is to get globe believers to do their own research, instead of trolling truthers they can't actually debunk. Let's start with the fact my photo is not hazy or foggy, like the image some jackers provided for me. The island, Alot, is 328 feet high in the center, and 28 miles away from my camera. I am standing at sea level, at Dennis Beach, New Brunswick, with a 5.5-foot eye level above sea level. Earth curvature calculators predict 421 feet of globe Earth curvature, which should be blocking the island 100%, if we lived on a ball Earth in an infinite vacuum. Again, some jacker presented me with a hazy refracted image, saying it's globe proof, but then says I have to play with Photoshop to see it. He goes on to say my video shows no sign of refraction, such as an inferior mirage. Here is a photo showing an inferior mirage blocking the bottom of the island. I still don't think this guy watched my video to the end. He also claims Alot has no atmospheric compression, claiming it's being blocked by Earth's alleged curvature. Note, somehow some jacker missed that fact. Alot is supposed to have 421 feet of predicted globe curvature blocking the entire island. Yet the island is still visible. I have to say, some jacker is looking less and less like a truther, or researcher, and a lot like someone who is triggered by flat Earth, and just too lazy to do his own research. So let me show you the video some jacker probably skimmed through, showing he is less than honest, with me or himself. I am at Dennis Beach, New Brunswick, where I have my Nikon P900 camera at 5.5 feet above sea level. I am looking 28 miles to Alot, which is 14 miles off the Nova Scotia coastline. Earth curvature calculator predictions say Alot should be blocked 100% by 421 feet of that alleged Earth curvature 100% of the time. Now you have to admit that Alot is visible, it's not a mirage but it is affected by refraction, as we see the bottom is mirroring out by an inferior mirage. One of some jackers' claims is that there is no sign of an inferior mirage in this video, yet there it is, being mirrored by an inferior mirage. What's up with that claim? Did you even watch the video? So this globe believer, who has zero globe proofs, that he can prove, was wrong about there be no inferior mirage. He also claims it is curvature making the island look like it is compressed, yet he claims it's not atmospheric compression, and says it's curvature block. Again, I have to point out that this person believing he lives on a globe is delusional, as globe math says alleged curvature, 421 feet of it, would block the entire 328 feet, yet this globe faith believer missed the part where the island is not blocked by 421 feet of that magical curvature he can't prove. Alright, that was the video that some jacker claimed has no refraction. He even said there is no inferior mirage. Remember, I just showed you his claim was wrong by showing you the inferior mirage. He also claimed the island was not affected by atmospheric compression, when in fact that's exactly what was compressing the island. Again, Alot, 328 feet high, 28 miles away, was supposed to be blocked by 421 feet of magical curvature. Now that's one lazy ass flat earth denier, triggered by truth he refused to acknowledge. It kind of makes him look like a liar, and certainly not a researcher. I don't remember how I set this fool off, but he quickly proved he is triggered by flat earth, yet showed he can't debunk flat earth. I get angry at these gullible fools, who stalk flat earth, yet can't honestly debunk flat earth, and they refuse to put their globe proofs on their channels. It makes it really hard to tell if these people are liars and deceivers, or just gullible triggered globe faith believers who believe the lies they were fed during the years of public school programming. What I do know is Earth is provably a level plane, just like Genesis chapter 1 tells us. I also invest my personal time proving Earth is not a spinning ball in an ever-expanding universe, in an infinite vacuum. As you can see in my first video, using my Nikon P900, there is zero measurable curvature. And what does the globe believer, who trolls flat earthers, have as his globe proof? A hazy out-of-focus picture he claims is proof of globe Earth, if I play around with the image in Photoshop. I rest my case against this triggered globe believer.